Hi friends, let us do a problem in GST. How to enter general entries with GST and tax GST, CGST, how to enter general entries. Let's do a problem. According to the problem, we have to find the general entries for the GST and we have to find the tax liability. How much tax we have to pay to the government. There is a formula for paying to the government, that is output tax liability minus input tax credit. Output tax liability means when we sell goods to the customers will pay tax to us. We have to collect tax from the customers. That is output. It is called as OTL, output tax liability. And input tax credit is that when we purchase goods from the suppliers, we'll pay tax to them. That is called as input tax credit. We have to minus collected amount from the tax paid amount and we get the tax payable amount. That is the tax payable. Let's do a problem in general entries using general entries. Before that, we have to create ledgers also. While we create ledgers like purchase, sales, ledger, cash, ledger, everything, for a new GST, we have to create input CGST account, ledger. We have to create input CGST, input SGST, output, input for purchases and output for sales. Sales, output CGST, output SGST, input IGST and output IGST. We have to prepare these ledgers. Apart from purchase and sales ledger, we have to prepare these ledgers also. And last one is electronic cash ledger. It is maintained on government GST portal to pay GST tax. The amount we got from the minusing output tax liability minus tax input credit, we get the tax payable amount. That amount we have to pay by the portal GST payment, tax payment through electronic cash ledger. And next we come to the general entries. According to the problem, we have Mr. John purchased goods worth rupees 1 lakh. John purchased from a registered dealer 1 lakh within the state. These entries all are within the state. So we have to apply CGST and SGST. We have to apply CGST and SGST, GST tax rates. The tax rates is also 8% SGST and 8% CGST. According to the problem, you purchased. The entry will be purchase account data 1 lakh. Input CGST we have to create 1 lakh 8%. The GST will be the 8,000. So entry will be purchase account data 1 lakh. Input CGST 8,000. Input SGST 8,000. To creditor totally will get 1 lakh 16,000. That is the first entry. And second one, he sold them to another GST dealer. He has sold to the another dealer. So he will be the debitor will be, and 1 lakh in the same state. In the same state he has sold the product. So we have to apply CGST and SGST. For this entry it will be like debtor account to output sales CGST, output SGST to sales account. Entry will be there. And here third point, it is a service, not goods. It's service we are receiving it. He paid a legal consultation fees of rupees 5,000 to his CA, chartered account by check. He has paid a consultation fees by check 5,000. So it entry will be as consultation fees to bank account. And last entry is he purchased furniture for his office. Assuming CGST 8% and SGST 8%. He purchased furniture from the furniture shop. So entry will be furniture to furniture shop. We have to apply CGST and SGST. We have to create these ledgers, input CGST, input SGST, output CGST, output SGST, input IGST. If we are only within the state, so we have to keep input CGST, SGST, output CGST and SGST have to be applied for GST 8% and 8%. According to the problem, general entries, first entry, Mr. John purchased goods worth rupees 1 lakh and CGST 8%, SGST 8%. The entry will be like this way. Purchase account debtor 1 lakh, input CGST, that is 8% on 1 lakh is 8,000. 8,000 CGST and 8,000 SGST. Total 1,16,000 he has to pay to the creditor to creditor. The entry will be like this way for first entry. And second entry, he sold those goods to another GST dealer, that is the debtor, for rupees 1,50,000. So the GST rates on 1,50,000 will be 8% will be 12,000, 12,000. So the entry according to second entry, he sold those goods to another debtor for 1,50,000 and CGST is 8%, it will be 12,000 CGST, 12,000 SGST. And for entry it will be debtors 1,74,000, to sales 1,50,000, to output CGST 12,000, to output SGST 12,000 for second entry. And third entry, he paid legal consultation fees rupees 5,000 to his CA by consultation fees to bank and 8% on 5,400 CGST SGST. And fourth entry, furniture, we purchased furniture from furniture shop for rupees 12,000 and 8% CGST SGST will be 960, 960. Entry will be furniture account data 12,000, input CGST 960, input SGST 960 to furniture shop, total it will be 13,920. To pay tax, how to find tax liability? The formula is output tax liability minus input tax credit will give you the total tax payable. Total tax payable amount will be given. Total tax payable. Output tax liability means the amount we collected from the customer. That amount we have to pay to the government. Before that we have to minus the amount which we have paid to our creditors minus input tax credit and then we get the tax liability amount. That amount we have to pay to the government. This is the formula. Output tax liability minus input tax credit will give tax